sunlight, so cold, sleep is nice. So tired, my eyes fight, they just wanna close back up tight. Get up, hoodie on, hard work at the crack of dawn. This life ain't for the weak ones, no, this life pure only for the strong. Feeling slow, shake it off, don't got time for negative thoughts. Red sight, got the dot, shoot my shot, I want the top. Never lost, got my plot, know my story, I know my boss. I will fight against the clock, time's a limited gift from God. One day I will have my victory, crush all my enemies so viciously. Work so hard my hands are blistering, and they will carve my name in history.
Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to MK Headlines episode number 87. I'm here with my guys, Further I Am, Next Shift Randy, and our special guest, AK Eagles. How's everyone doing? We got a big show for you guys today. A lot of shit to actually talk about here. So, how you guys doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Got some big news for the channel, but I'm not going to let everyone know yet. Still working on some details, so be on the lookout for that. What is up, Snapes? So, let's just get right into it, shall we? Kelee Ringo is officially signed by the Eagles. About time. Wasn't it like 4 years, $4 million or something like that, Randy? Wasn't it something around that ballpark?
Oh, yeah, Randy, I asked you. You said there was no stats out. Did they finally come out with numbers?
I don't know. I was just gonna say, Mitch, what you just said, that's news to me. I had no idea what the term was and how many years. I had no idea yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything either. Rookie contract's $4.6 million. So we can start with that, a 4-year agreement. How the money's divvied up, most likely what you've seen from previous rookies with the Philadelphia Eagles is that most likely first and second year they will not be getting $1 million, and then the second and fourth year they will finally be getting $1 million to $2 million in the fourth year, and that's how Roseman works his budgeting. If you have any statement that proves me wrong, go ahead. But I from what I've seen from every contract he's done with rookies so far for the past 2 years is that he starts around 750,000, between 800,000, and then the next year you make about 800,000, 850, and then you go up from like 1.5 around that, and then the next year you make about 2.1, and that's how the 4.6 mil is divvied up with Howie Roseman. So that's probably why he was last assigned. How, Kelee Ringo, he probably was renegotiating the contract. That's what I want to see the numbers. Is if that was the same scenario, or did he want to push up those numbers and get a little bit more than the rest of the players on the rookie contract? What do you think, Brady?
Well, last time I checked, at least to my memory, based on where you go, being a first rounder means bigger paycheck, bigger blah blah blah. The further you go on throughout the draft, the less money you get guaranteed per year. So obviously, Kelee Ringo being considered a first round draft prospect, drops all the way to the fourth round. We snag him up. I know he's not going to make first round money. So maybe that's what was taking so long, was that in his head, he's like, listen, I'm a first round talent. I fell to the fourth round. I should still be paid based off that. And I think that's probably what was the holdup. Obviously, they got through it, and he's signed now. So all 7 people that we drafted this year are all signed to contracts, so that's good. But it just seemed a little weird to me that everybody else was all signed up, even people that we drafted in the 6th round versus somebody that we drafted in the 4th round. So I think there was just a little bit of like pushback from him and his people versus how he gives out. So that's my thought. I don't know.
Yo, what is up, Spongy? AK, how do you feel about Kelee Ringo? And do you think Buda Baker might come to the Eagles, because they have been working out together? So it's kind of like Kelee Ringo gets signed, maybe he'll want Buda Baker to come in. What do you think?
Well, first off, on Ringo, I never doubted him signing for a minute, because I mean, hell, his whole family's here in Philadelphia, everyone he played with. So one way or another, it was going to get done. And I'm okay with it. I mean, if it was holding out for a little extra cash, I like a man that knows his worth. And, if he knows his worth and he wanted a little more money and we gave it to him, because I'm not exactly sure what the numbers are, then you know what? That means I expect a lot from you. So, you're only as good as what you are on the field. And I expect to see a lot from the kid, especially with Bradbury getting up there and Slay on his way out, here very shortly. We're about to see what this kid can do. So, hopefully he gets it all together, and his rookie season here, he works hard and figures it all out. And then maybe next year or the year after, we see him unleash. But I'm good with that, man. And Buda Baker, I'm all for it, dude. Safety position is one of the positions I think that, we definitely can still stress on and get some upgrades there. I know Josh Jacobs was thrown into the mix here lately, and I just kind of shrug it off here and just shake my head because
Yeah.
Yeah, granted, that would be cool and all, but you just got Swift and Penny. That makes no sense. So safety position by far makes total sense. I'm all for it, especially if the numbers are there, the salary's there, and he's willing to, come here and work hard. There's other options. I know linebacker is also another need. So, listen, man, anything on defense, I'm cool with. Offensively, let my offense be, man. I'm pretty good with what we got, and I don't think we need anything else. Maybe a guard, but I don't even stress about that
Yeah,
healthy.
I don't either. I don't either. And to answer in the Jones podcast, what is up, man? Thank you for stopping by. It's actually Brian Johnson, correct? Wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. And then back to real quick because I want to go off of what AK just said, and there's an article right here that I'm reading because I'm trying to find some source recently, maybe today, something happened with the contract. Nothing, but there is inside source that he's slated just to make right under around $1 million. So he bumped up the number quite a lot because Howard Roseman does about a quarter under about $750,000. So he's if he's gonna get just under $1 million, I'm thinking around $850,000-$900,000. I don't think Howie Roseman would go that 9 number. Oddly, I don't think that. Maybe like AK said, Ringo went in there all ballsy and said, "I got the money and I want to do it now, and I'm not risking myself, and I'm going to go out there day one and I'm going to prove myself and be the best safety you've ever had." Like Brian Dawkins, I don't know. But you guys can continue now with your Brian Johnson offensive coordinator thing. I just wanted to finish off on that. So he definitely somehow bumped up the numbers on his contract, and that's why he was last to sign. And it's not the first Eagles to do this, and it's not going to be the last Philadelphia Eagles to do this. It happened last year with Cam, so the offensive lineman, and so the same thing what Ringo's doing. He knows he can get some more money if he holds out, and that's what happened. He held out, got a little bit more money in his first year, but he's not going to get more in his last year. The other rookies decided to do, the whole 4-year where you progress through 4 years and continue on and get the most out of the last year. Ringo won't be that person, or I don't know how. We'll soon to find out with congregations. We don't know. Back to Brian Johnson.
Yeah. So, Brian Johnson, he was in the. Where was he before? I'm drawing a blank.
He was at
here.
Florida.
He was here.
Yeah, but he was the offensive coordinator for Florida during Trask's year, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, right. Yep. And me too, Randy. Me too. I'm keep forgetting about Matt Patricia as the senior defensive coordinator. What is up for the halftime? That's the real negative nature.
What's up, halftime?
How's everything going, bro? Thank you for stopping by. I'll be in your Philly stream after this, so let's do that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is with Kelee Ringo. But AM, how do you feel about Buda Baker though? Do you think we're gonna get him now, or just like nah?
Well, hold up real quick. You need to tell me it because one thing that I've lost track of is what is our net salary right now and how much could we be paying him, and what does Buda Baker want? There is a possibility if there's a way to work around some way.
The only reason I asked is because there was a picture of them two working out that went viral. That's the only reason I asked.
I've been on vacation
Hey, just further, real quick, just to answer your question, if I'm
I
not
had to look it up. I
mistaken,
don't know what. Go
we
on.
have around 15 or 16 million in cap, if I'm not mistaken.
We could get Buda Baker.
There
What
you
about
go.
a 1-year deal?
There you go. Howie can get it done.
Young.
Can you imagine
Wow.
if we get Buda Baker though? Dude, that'd be insane.
With Terrell Edmonds
Mm-hmm.
and keep Kylie Ringo as the backup kind of learning
Kelly
type
Ringo,
guy.
yeah.
Give more security to Buda. Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, this is a passing league nowadays. Other than I think that we need to add something to our linebacker core just to add depth wise there because we saw what happened last year with our linebackers. They were terrible. Yeah, safety would be fantastic. I miss Brian Dawkins, and that would give us total. I know for a fact that our new safety and Terrell Edmonds is going to be a fucking savage because I saw him and witnessed him at Virginia Tech with that Bud Foster defensive coordinator defense. He's going to bring that Bud ball, and he's going to be that dude. He's going to be a savage, and it's showed in his statistics. He will pick off at least 4 passes next season. So watch out for Terrell Edmonds. We're going to get some picks with his ass. I love that shit. And maybe hopefully a pick 6. So that's what my goal is, and I'm gambling on is pick 6 for Terrell Edmonds. That's my hot take with Terrell. Go ahead, Randy. What do you think? I don't know. I think I'm stoked. I would love to have that as an addition, Buda Baker. If we have some way to get him for a 1-year, 2-year deal, do the Howie's Roman thing. What do y'all think? AK next year? I don't know. Mitch?
Well, Buddha makes Buddha makes 14.75 million, and right now, as of July 6th, that was before obviously the signings. The Eagles sit at 13 million in cap space, so they would have to adjust his cap accordingly in order for that to happen. So I just don't see it happening, to be honest. In my eyes, I feel either we're gonna go edge or they'll just go linebacker because they brought in Terrell Edmonds. We still have Kayvon Wallace. They still have Reed Blankenship. We also drafted Sidney Brown. I think they're just going to go that route, to be completely honest with you. And I think they're just going to stay with what they have in house. Now, Eagles have always been known to shore up late in the season or just before the season. So I could be proven wrong, but personally, I think we would probably either go edge or we would probably even go linebacker.
Either one, I'm happy with. Either one, if we get linebacker or if we get safety, I'm happy with because they're our 2 weakest points. Positions, so I'm fine with everyone there. But if we do get Buda Baker, right, and it's just like on a 1-year deal, it makes our secondary like almost as good as when it was like Dawkins, Vincent back then, and I miss having a secondary that good, like the best in the league. I miss that. I want that back. So if we get Buda Baker, that's very, very.
Real quick, I apologize for flooding the chat with all that bullshit. That was supposed to be just from AK. Not sure why it came in as everyone, not me. But it decided to just put everyone up there and never even mention me at all. So, whoops.
Oh, good.
Bad.
I'm tired of everyone saying we're gonna get another running back. Yeah, Bird Gang was like, get Josh Jacobs.
Bird Gang wants everybody until the Eagles don't sign them.
Right. I just can't say that. I really can't.
You know, one thing when you look back on all the episodes we've done, dude, if you go back like 6 months, dude, it was dark right now. We were doing the show literally in the dark. Or, the postseason.
Yes.
The Eagles were but it was dark right now when we did MK headlines.
Yeah.
And now it's summertime. It's like light outside. It's fucking beautiful.
It's
sun's going down. Otherwise, dude, we were doing the show literally in the dark when we started. Now it's light. It's crazy. But now I'm looking forward to the fall where we get football progressed and like we have I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy year, Mitch, and I have to say
Just to let
this
you
is one of
guys
the
know,
best shows ever.
I forget who I told. I think I told Cool Cat this, but I might be going to the Eagles and Commanders game. I might be going. So if I
Which
do
one,
go
home or away?
home, there's no way I'm going
Okay.
to Washington. Why in
No,
the
don't
world
go
would I go
there.
to Washington? They'll all make me
The-
go left hand up. Like, no.
You might have to watch out over your head. The pipes might bust.
Right? And I don't want to see alternates skip every 5 seconds. 1 week in a training camp. I know, man. I know. And I'm still here covering the Sixers after the terrible Daryl Morey interview. God dang. AK, I had a long week at work. I forgot to put your name in that comment. But there you go. There you go. So, I
Wait,
think
what?
you guys all seen this like quarterback tier list that Cool Ken and I went over yesterday, but I want to get your guys' opinion on this. So, AM, you said you had a lot to say about this list, right?
Yeah, God, it's so small though. I'm trying to like zoom in on it. There we
Yeah.
go.
I got it.
God, all right. Patrick Mahomes can stay.
Yep.
Everyone else on that whole entire list can go.
Even Burrow?
Everyone. Even
What?
Burrow. Even
What?
Burrow. He is not an elite. All right. All I have to say right now, listen to me real quick. When you think of
What?
elite, no, hold up. If you think of elite, when I think of elite growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, when you think of elite, that means they are Hall of Fame ready to go right now. You could trust literally they could retire tomorrow. They are going to get in that Hall of Fame first ballot or within the first 3 years. Do you think any of those quarterbacks are Hall of Fame worthy right now besides Mahomes?
Yeah.
How can you say that? They have no resume. A resume that literally exceeds over 5 years,
Well,
at
first
least
off,
6 or 7. Like I'm literally, when I think of league, you have to have at least 7, 6 years under your belt. And the only one that has consistent and proven himself and is a Super Bowl winner right here is Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes. Burrow is great. Don't get me wrong. He got to the Super Bowl. He put up great stats, but he's not an elite quarterback yet. He doesn't have a track record proven enough. He has to go through the league a lot longer to say that. He's not a Hall of Famer.
he's not a Hall of Famer yet. You're right.
Yet.
But
So he's not elite.
Joe Burrow is, yes, but he is fucking elite. He is.
No, he's potentially elite, is what
No.
you're considering.
Here we go.
Listen, man. Listen.
You
Randy,
could say
you're
that
ready?
all
I'm
about
ready.
all of them then.
Joe
Potentially.
Burrow is a fucking dog. All right. The only reason that Cincinnati is even what they are
You
today.
can't throw up
is
God's status like that
of
that
Joe
quick.
Burrow. All right. No,
And
you
no,
can.
and I'm a huge
You
Joe
can
Burrow
literally
fan all the
see
way
it.
when he was in
Okay.
Ohio.
Not just that. Do you know Justin Herbert is the first person other than Andrew Luck in NFL history to get to 14,000 yards passing?
Yes, I know all that already. Joe Burrow, I
Amazing.
said, potentially is on
Herbert's
the road to
passed
be
for
elite.
4,000 3 times in his career, and he's passed for 5,000 just the year before.
I just don't think you can be throwing out words like that soon, that quickly on you. You don't make your sound you don't sound credible at that point. I'm sorry, you just
No,
don't. That's too early of a resume to say that you can throw out the E word. He shouldn't even be near that. He's great quarterback. Joe Burrow is a great fucking quarterback and has the potential to be an elite Hall of Famer in the future. Is he right now? No.
All right. Then guess what?
Jalen, Hall of Fame. You know how biased the Hall of Fame is.
All right, then
McNabb
listen,
ain't
no
gonna go Hall
longer
of Fame. He will
can we sit here and say that Jalen Hurts is elite then. No longer
No,
can you
he's
sit
great.
here and say that. No.
Jalen Hurts is great. He's great where he's there on that map. That's a great position for him. First ballot right there, great. Number one, I like that. That's where he should be. That's nothing wrong with that statement there. I just think Mahomes is the only one that should be on that ballot. That everyone else should be wiped right off the board. You can even go with Justin Herbert. He's a great candidate to be an elite quarterback too. Is he right now? No. He puts up great stats. He's a great quarterback. Potentially, he could be an elite player. You can't be throwing around the E word like that. I'm sorry, I go old school with some old school fucking NFL talking people, and they don't throw around the elite word unless you are literally considered right now a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame. And the only one up there I see is a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame, and we all know it, is Patrick Mahomes. Everyone else can get off
No,
that
I
boat.
would say Aaron Rodgers should be up there as well. Then for what he's
Thank
done.
you. And also Russell Wilson, I thought should be a candidate, but right now great, but he can prove himself to. I'm gonna also put Russell Wilson up there in elite. Everyone else, no. Can you think of any other elite quarterbacks right now in the league?
Well, I would put Stafford up there. He's thrown for 52,000 yards in the NFL. He's got a Super Bowl.
He isn't gonna get a Hall of Fame. So did McNabb almost. He went literally to how many 5 NFC championships, almost 2 potential Super Bowls, one which he lost, and he's not going to get in the Hall of Fame. Matt Stafford's not going to get in the Hall of Fame. If
Yeah,
you even think Matt Stafford has a chance, it'll be.
But McNabb has
year
only thrown for
20 at least.
37,000 yards, where I just told you he's thrown for 50.
Phillip Rivers did too, and he isn't going to get in the Hall of Fame.
But he didn't win a Super Bowl. I just said he won a Super Bowl.
I know, but okay. I don't know. I still don't think. I don't think Stafford's going to get it right away. I don't think Stafford's, because that's just how biased the Hall of Fame is.
I hate
so many other people potentially.
I hate to tell you, sir, but Phillip Rivers will be in the Hall of Fame.
It's going to take him some time.
He will be. He'll be a 5th or 6th round ballot, but he will be in.
You know, he can
eventually.
His kids.
And that's what I'm saying, man.
That's what I'm saying also about Matt Stafford. I don't think Matt Stafford's going to be a shoe-in Hall of Famer right away either. It's going to be the same thing.
When you're talking elite, okay, I'm talking about talent, elite talent, okay? Now, you have had elite players in this league who have never won a Super Bowl. That doesn't mean they're not elite, okay?
You think Dak Prescott's elite?
There is plenty of players in the NFL who have never won a Super Bowl who are far better than half the guys that are already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So you can't state a player is not elite just because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. So Dan Marino was not elite. Dan Marino was fucking elite, bro. Barry Sanders was not elite. Barry Sanders was fucking elite, bro.
Joe Kelee, 4 Super Bowls straight, he lost.
You cannot sit here and say
they had a resume, though. They had a proven track record. You're going way too young on Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow then. They have a proven track record. They're getting there to be elite.
He's only the second quarterback in NFL history to get 14,000 yards as quick as he did in 3 years. He's the only other one other than Andrew. That speaks something. I'm
on the same side as you. He's potentially going to be elite.
And every game that Joe Burrow has lost, it wasn't because of Joe Burrow. How many times he should have been in the playoffs the last 2 years? The reason he hasn't been in the playoffs, Herbert, is because of the fact he has shitty fucking coaching.
Yeah.
And his defense was shit. There is no reason you go into double overtime with the Oakland fucking Raiders and fucking lose and not make playoffs, bro. They were Oakland at the time. That's why I say that. They went to Vegas the next year. And then last year they lost because of their fucking defense. It had nothing to do with Herbert. Herbert is an elite fucking talent. Okay? Josh Allen has 36 rushing touchdowns. That's more than Jalen Hurts has. That's more than any quarterback other than Lamar Jackson.
And like I said, look at Matt Stafford. Look at the teams that he was on. He had to get the ball out of his hand quick. Of course, he had Megatron, but once Megatron left, look at the guys he had. 52,000 pass yards with 333 touchdowns. Like, holy shit. The guy was just rock all over the
Yeah,
field.
that's another
The,
thing I wanted
only
to add
one
on
that
to
I do
this
not
list.
agree with, the only one I do not agree with in that elite category is Dak Prescott. You can take Dak down into great, and I'm fine with what remains.
You really think Allen too?
Yes, Josh Allen is fucking elite, dog. Are you serious? Fuck yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
No, he's
Yes,
great.
he is. Yeah, dude. No, there's more than just stats when you talk about elite. There is more than just stats. Yeah,
Well,
you can look at stats all day long.
He's thrown 138 touchdowns in only a 5-year span. So
In
what does that
5 years,
say to his
dude,
arm?
138 touchdowns. That is, if I'm not mistaken, that's only 10 away from Dak, who's been in 6 years.
Give me a second.
Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Fucking Josh Allen is a fucking beast. He's elite. Joe Burrow, fucking dog. Tore his ACL, comes back the next year and goes to the Super Bowl. Not many people can fucking do that. He's a dog. He's elite. He leads that team. Pat
Dak
Mahomes, we
Prescott's
already know
passed
what
for
he.
24,000.
Okay. Who else do you think should be elite that's
166
not
touchdowns.
on that list then? Who should be
Oh, for
added
sure,
to the
dude.
elite?
I'm telling you right now, you bring Dak down and you put A-Rod up there.
Yeah.
No, but who else? You don't think Russell Wilson should be?
Listen, for his age and where he's at now, and after the year he had last year, I'm just only putting him as great right now. He was elite at one point.
Why is Matt Stafford at good and Kirk Cousins at good? Why is Goff at good? Why isn't Goff at great or elite? I'm just going off your points.
Here's
You're
the thing.
going off
No,
all these elite quarterbacks. Why shouldn't they also be added to your
I
consideration?
understand that. See, here's the thing. Great would be Jalen Hurts, Tua, Trevor Lawrence. I'm okay with Russ being in great right now.
Okay.
Switch Dak and Rodgers. Gino, he's just down slow. He slides down the good because he had
Thank
one
you.
fucking
Yeah,
year.
I don't know where that great comes from. I don't know.
Yeah, 1 year is not good enough, dude. He's been a backup for 7 fucking
Trevor
years.
Lawrence
You
should
want
go down to good
elite?
too.
Boys, you want elite? How's 59,000 pass yards, 475 touchdowns, and just 105 interceptions? That's elite.
Who you
That's
talking
Aaron
about?
Rodgers. That's fucking Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know.
Aaron Rodgers is elite for sure, and Russell Wilson, I think, should be too. He should be
and then not just that.
almost
Here's
halfway
my
between
next
there.
one. Here's my next shocker. Kyler Murray slides down too good. Kyler Murray's not great, dog.
No. He should. Yeah, dude, what Goff should be up at great. Look what he did with no offensive line and a shitty defense.
Justin
has
Fields,
40,000 pass yards, 308 touchdowns, and he only threw 98 interceptions.
But what I'm shocked at is you were talking about Matt Stafford being elite, and he's down at good. Do you think Matt Stafford should be at elite?
No, he should be great.
I did not say Matthew Stafford.
That's what I'm asking. Oh, well, you sounded like it a second ago.
Great.
No, I said he deserves. I said he should be definitely looked at as being a Hall of Famer for his stats. That's why. Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think Matt Stafford should be great, but not elite. Because I was like, what are you talking about?
I never said he was elite. I said he was.
No. I thought AK did earlier. I was like, huh?
No, Matthew Stafford is great. Listen, I will tell you this right now. Matthew Stafford made the Detroit Lions relevant for the 8 years that he was in Detroit. Without Matthew Stafford, Detroit would have been 10 times worse than what they were. The boy balled out when he was in Detroit.
Yeah, especially with Megatron. No denying that.
No, and the reason he didn't get enough love was because he played for fucking Detroit. Okay?
Yeah.
You see what happens
look
when
at
you
Detroit,
take Matthew
right?
Stafford, right? And you see what happens when you took Matthew Stafford off a shitty fucking team and you put him on a team that was well built. Matthew Stafford didn't look fucking bad, did he? No. In fact, he didn't look bad with Detroit either. The fact that he looked bad was because the rest of his team was fucking shit other than him and Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, they didn't have no O-line. They never surrounded him with weapons that wanted to stay there. You're right.
So that is my point. Matthew Stafford has always been great.
Plus his
He just
Iron
has
Man.
been on a
Look at
very
I'm sorry to cut you off,
shitty
AK,
team.
but look at his Iron Man. Since 2011, 16 to 16, 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 8 of 8, 16 of 16, 17 of 17, and then just last year, 9 of 9. Like, he has been a guy that will fight through pain and stick through it and be there when you need him. That's a great player. That's somebody that I think should be in the Hall of Fame.
And not just that, but Matthew Stafford's arm is very underrated, and he's actually one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. So there's just a lot with Matthew. Matthew is great. So, you got to move that up. Tannehill, I put him kind of in between great and good. He has his moments, there is moments where it's like, holy shit, where'd that Tannehill come from? And then you look at other times and it's like, oh, that's
No,
the
I
good
got a good faith in him. They just not get the guy from Cardinals, Hopkins.
D-Hop. Yeah, no, I hope he has a
D-Hop is
resurgence.
going to Tennessee Titans, and they got that Derrick Henry. I cannot wait for fantasy football this year.
Well, what's their O-line? That's their problem. They got no O-line.
With this, will leave a lot of Derrick Henry's problems and allow a little bit more passing for Tannehill. That now he's got a wide receiver to throw to.
You know what, Nikki? I can agree with that too. You know what? I'd slide Lamar down from elite right now anyway, because you know what? The last 2 years he's been injury riddled.
I agree completely with that.
He can be great. If he plays a full season and he doesn't get injured and gets back to his
I only
MVP
think
form,
Patrick
then he can go
Mahomes
back
should be
to
on
the
the
league.
top with Rodgers, Wilson, and I guess you could go with Allen. You made a good argument with that.
And yeah, Herbert too. Herbert has to be.
Hold on. Do you guys want to see?
I
who's
just
on the
really
bottom
believe
of
in
the list?
Herbert.
Do you want to see who's on the
And he
bottom?
got injured last year.
Guess who's on the bottom of this tier list?
Oh, it's DJ. I already know.
Wentz? Oh, ooh.
Daniel Jones.
Now here's the thing too. Like I'd take Mac Jones out of good and put him to average because they're already trying to look to replace him. He can't be that good if they're trying to replace him.
Okay.
Huh?
Mac Jones.
Yeah. I thought I heard something. My bad. But Justin Fields though.
Got the weapons in front of him.
He said he's the top 5 running quarterback.
No, Justin Fields is great. Yes. I mean, you think of last year, dude, the only reason his team was in most games is because everything went through him. So, yeah, no, he's great, man. Hopefully if they get him the right amount of weapons, which I think they did with DJ Moore and Claypool, and they got Montgomery and shit. So we'll see what happens. But I think Justin Fields makes a very nice leap this year.
Well, yeah, look how much he rushed for last year. Like, fuck, he was all over the field. So now he's got weapons, like you said, with Claypool and DJ Moore, and then the emergence of
Um,
what's his name there, their third wide receiver, Mooney.
Don't they have Komet too, the tight end?
Yeah, they got Komet as their tight end. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they have the repertoire, they have the weapons. It's just now that offensive line can hold up for them. Let's see what that arm's about.
Yeah. What about Kirk Cousins at good though?
Like if you do go look at it, like if you go look at Kirk Cousins' numbers, like 37,000 pass yards. I believe he has just 105 interceptions to like something like 252 touchdowns, but it's the primetime shit for him that like
I know that's why I asked. Like for me, honestly, I'm thinking about average.
And again, I'm not trying to be ignorant, but if he doesn't have Justin Jefferson and Jefferson doesn't have 1,800 receiving yards last year, who knows what his resume might look like, right? But
yeah,
again, like I would probably have him at average, but I would be fine with him at good, but maybe at the very back, not so close to the front.
I mean,
shit! Here, this will solidify my elite status for Herbert. If you put Justin Herbert on Minnesota, instantly they're a Super Bowl team.
They probably would have won it already, to be honest.
Yeah.
AK.
You put Herbert with Justin Jefferson, bro. He puts the whole NFC East on.
They would have had Dalvin Cook. They would have had
the Vikings.
He would murder.
The Vikings would have been savages with Justin Herbert. That's a good
what
point.
And that's what makes
Justin
Herbert
thought of that.
And that's what I'm saying. That's
Damn.
what makes Herbert elite out of all the rest, dude. Because Herbert, if you put him on the right
Dude,
team,
no, think about it. He could have gone to the Cowboys and won a couple Super Bowls even.
No, we're not hearing that.
I'm
No.
sorry, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna throw it out there, dude. He would have done great on the Cowboys. Sorry.
bro, I'm not even gonna
He
lie to
almost
you.
looks like somebody he looks like Tony fucking Romo
Hey,
with a
I wanna
helmet
say-
on.
He had
Further,
3
this
broken
is-
ribs last year, and he still passed for 4,739 yards.
I'm telling you this right now, and you guys know I love Jalen Hurts with all my heart. I love him. All right, but if you put Justin Herbert on this offense right now, he'd be throwing 5,000 yards plus the next 4 years, easily, and without even breathing. I'm telling you right now, bro, it would be disgusting.
Yeah, he's got a cannon. In all honesty, I love Herbert's arm. Like, I loved it in college when I watched him play for my Oregon Ducks. Like, I was like, if there was ever a way, I'm not gonna be a dick, but when I play Madden, I usually trade for Justin Herbert. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Like, the guy's got a fucking cannon for an arm, man, and like he pretty good accuracy too. When you look at it, 68.2% last year. Like with 3 broken ribs. People gotta remember that 3 broken ribs.
Yeah, I know.
And
do you remember the game?
His best tackle.
It was that game with the Chiefs was one of the best games of the year. That Chiefs versus the Chargers. Dude, it was back and forth. It was the most aerial battle I've ever seen.
But AK hit it too when he said that the fact for Herbert was his coaching, and he's never ever had a full healthy season from his both wide receivers. Either Keenan Allen or Mike Williams are always injured at some point.
I completely agree.
You better pray to God the Chargers do not figure out their flaws, because I'm telling you right now, Justin Herbert, if he actually gets that team around him that they never built for Phillip Rivers, it might be enough to make Pat Mahomes sweat. And I think Randy knows what I mean. Like, dude, if you gave him the right amount of weapons, dude, Herbert would. I don't know. He might walk away with 3 Super Bowls easily, man.
All you have to do is, like you said, if he had our weapons that we have with our offensive line, he probably have gone to potentially 2 Super Bowls and definitely would have won one already. Easily.
So, Nikki, I want to get your thoughts on this. I saw you in the chat. What do you think about this tier list here?
And also, people don't forget he's 6'6". Like, he's a fucking huge man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's some. We'll start with the elite. Dak, obviously, I take off that, put him down at good. And Lamar, like I said, injuries because he hasn't stayed healthy a full season in a while. I can't put him on the elite tier right now. I mean, of course, Herbert, like I said, underrated. I have him as the 5th best QB in the league right now. Ahead of him, I have Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes.
Which is totally fine.
Right. And then Tua, I mean, Tua's been solid, but can he stay healthy for a whole season? That's the big what if.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence, I mean, he's obviously had a rebound year 2, but now you're going into year 3. This is going to be that year where we see if he's really ranked in the right place.
I put Trevor Lawrence as good. I'm going to go out throw that out there.
Wait, like move him down?
Yeah, he wants him down.
Trevor Lawrence down. And Nikki makes a good point. The more he talked about, I mean, I don't know he was going to keep him at that position, but I'm moving him down. I don't think he said this is the year that we find out what position he truly deserves. Is he a true great quarterback? Can Dinky made a great point, and I don't think so. I don't think he's great. I think he's good.
Okay,
my opinion.
That is fair.
I think he's got the weapons this year, though.
He does
too.
But he has all the potential to be great.
Hold on, Nikki, what was that?
Like, even last year, he had a few questionable games too, like the game against us, and even the first half of that playoff game against the Chargers before they self-destructed.
Yep.
But you know how hard it is to throw 5 interceptions and still win the football game? Like no lie, you throw 2 interceptions, dog, you done choked yourself out. Like this kid threw 5 interceptions and still won a football game. That's fucking impressive.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Burrow didn't he get? No, wait, that was Tennessee. Who gets? No, Burrow got sacked 7 times and won.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a difference between getting sacked 7 times and throwing 5 interceptions. That's a huge momentum killer, dude.
No, I mean, the same with the offensive line. Look what Burrow is still doing.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to disagree or agree with the great good thing, but I mean that's a hell of a feat, though. Be able to throw 5 interceptions and still walk away saying you won.
So,
It's crazy.
Nikki, how about Daniel Jones?
I think he's a little bit better than that. Maybe the suitable third to average tier.
What I said on Cool Cat Mitch yesterday, right, is that Saquon. No, he didn't. He did not get paid. So it's a little dilemma for there, but I'm just saying he needs Saquon. I know they have weapons over there. I know they do, but
Saquon should have gotten the pay before him.
You're telling me. I'm like, I've been saying that for the longest time. But
yeah, I mean, and Daniel Jones, him getting that deal is kind of like Blake Bortles getting that deal from Jacksonville after that one good season they had.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones deserves the dog
shit
tag. Okay? No, listen, he does, because me and Adam talk about this daily, because he complains a lot about DJ, and I'm glad to listen to it because it makes me feel good as an Eagle player.
Wow.
Eagle player?
Or an Eagle.
We know what you meant. We know what you meant.
Yeah, we know you meant. I was just busting on you there.
Yeah, so, you know,
Wow.
I'm telling you this right now. The kid has been in the league for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His first year, he threw 22 touchdowns. The second year, he threw
24.
24. Or 24, sorry. 22, 24, if there were whatever. That's the highest he ever got.
Yeah, 24, 11, 10,
He
and
had
then 15 this year.
10, and 15 this year. Dude has only reached 20 touchdowns once in his career. He only has 14,000 yards passing. Okay? Yeah, he's dog shit.
No,
The kid
11,600 AK. He's got 11,000.
Sorry. You're right. I gave him too much credit. 11,000. Yeah. You're right. Jalen
14,000. Holy fuck, he's chucking it.
Yeah. Now, and I'm pretty sure he only has 45 touchdowns, and Jalen Hurts already has 44.
He has 60 touchdowns on his career with 34 interceptions.
Yeah. So he's not good, man. He's. I mean, shit. You got the likes of. Josh Allen, like we said earlier, he's in his 5th year and he's already thrown over 100, so he's deserving of that title. He really is.
Last question, and then we're going to go on to our final topic. Why is Sam Howell a suitable starter, even though he didn't start?
He hasn't proven anything yet. He only had one
That's my point.
One start. It's like, let's see what he does for a full season, if he even does that at all.
I'd be nice. I will put him on the border of dog shit in the end.
I'm sorry.
Remember this
as dog shit. I would put Wilson dog shit. Ritter, really haven't seen him, so I don't know. That other guy dog shit. I would have put Sam Howell dog shit. But seriously, we just
love his dog shit.
Jameis Winston's average.
Yes.
So,
Where
better than Winston. He's dog shit. I don't care.
What about Baker? He's dog shit.
That's what I said, yeah.
I mean, he's straight from dog shit. He was on a team that was brown, dog shit.
They have Anthony Richardson as a suitable starter. We haven't seen the guys yet. You can't say that until you know.
Is the quickest nosedive I've seen. He went from having a solid rookie season. 2019 was down, but then 2020 had a good year, and then from that injury, 2021 onward, he just took a huge nosedive.
That's right, Chad.
So Bailey Zappi is good, but Mac Jones is a suitable starter?
My bad.
don't get that.
This tier does not make a lot of sense.
Yeah, who made this tier? I was gonna ask that.
I don't know. Cool Cat sent me it.
Okay, I get Jared Goff being good. Yeah,
No,
he's had
coach,
some
we
good
do
seasons, but
play
he's
into
never
the
been elite.
factor, like, and we
Okay.
do understand Daniel Jones hasn't had
Who's
any
this guy?
around him really in a literal sense.
Some guy from Germany.
I
Oh,
think
Lord.
But
yeah.
the market dictated what he got paid, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is who
DJ
Cool Cat
Stroud
sent me.
MVP.
No.
Sorry, buddy, but
That's the Germany flag. Some Nazi from Germany made this.
Hey, Coach Dante. So, for the last conversation, I feel like we should have a little laugh here. Did you guys hear what Deebo Samuel said on the radio?
what?
Let me pull it up here. You guys are gonna laugh.
Deebo Samuel here with us. Well, something that is your call. I saw what you said about the Eagles back at the Super Bowl at Sirius, where if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, you guys would have won that game by double digits. Why would that have been the case?
I don't know. That's old.
So do you not still believe that?
I mean, I do, but I mean, we not. That shit is like we're not gonna keep talking about it. I mean, I said what I said.
Gotcha. So then what happens this year when you play Philly on December 3rd?
I don't know. Just wait till week 13, 12, whatever week it is. We'll show you.
Well, then you know how that's going to go down. You're going into Philadelphia. Those fans are going to be booing you loud. You have a message for Eagles fans?
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
All right, we're good to go.
What do you mean? We have Deebo on right now.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to head into camp right now.
Are you serious? Okay. Thank you. There you go.
Bye.
Deebo Samuel right there. Doesn't want to answer a few questions. Are you serious? We got hung up on because all we did was ask him about the quarterback situation and then Philadelphia? And we got hung up on by Deebo Samuel? That's a joke. An absolute joke. That's absurd. We were told we had 15 minutes with him. He was on for 5-6 minutes. And he didn't want to answer anything. So I've done this long enough. That was just get the promotional plug out of the way. Then you don't want to answer any questions, and you hand the phone off to the public relations person. What a joke that was. It is the Zach Gelb Show on CBS Sports Radio. But we'll come on back. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of reaction to that one. But what a joke that was. That was just a hit and run, get the plug in, don't want to answer anything. And then Deebo goes off and probably going to do about 6 or 7 more of those interviews.
Wow.
Cool Cat.
I
sent me
think
that.
radio host lost his cool and was upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Deebo just
Obviously.
hung up.
He
He
Deebo
went
just
like a
hung up.
little
Just
fucking
bailed out
baby,
on me.
dude. If I was a professional radio host, I would just have moved on and not even acted like I gave a care in the world. Obviously, it bothered him a lot. That's
Yeah,
all I have to say.
Hold on, Coach. We did not make the list. We were reacting to it. Coach.
We were just reacting to
Cool
it.
Cat Connor sent me it. He was like, "Yo, use this for MK headlines." That's
Yeah,
what
we're just saying like it's stupid where they got some people, obviously, like where they got others. It's just
you know
like,
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clip that whole segment and I'm gonna make it its own video for Hardcore Sports because that conversation was great. So I'm gonna clip that whole thing, make it its own video.
sweet.
Yep. So, Randy, what do you think about that interview with Deebo Samuel?
I mean, shoot, man. I mean, if you're gonna go out there and say something and put it on record, and then you're gonna be asked the question, and you're not gonna, quote unquote, clarify it, and then you just hand it off to your exec and basically just bail out and walk away from the interview, kind of shows your character a little bit. But whatever. He's salty. He's still salty. They're still talking about it even after the fact, and it is what it is. I can't wait for that rematch. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, I can't either. He's in Philly, right? Yeah, Cool Cat's going to that one.
Oh, sick.
He's
That
so
that'll
good.
be interesting.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
that's
Dude,
But
I'm telling you how
the Phillies are live right now in downtown Philly.
halftime is live streaming now. I'm gonna hop on over. But Randy, did I tell you how Cool Cat bought the tickets for that game?
No.
He found $600 on the train.
Oh yes, no. That's right. He told us we were on live with
Wait,
him when he said
what?
that. I was like, what?
He was just
600?
walking on the train, and some person dropped $600. Cool Cat took it, and he bought some tickets.
Wow.
So he's going to 3 games.
What?
And to the person that's watching and lost at $600, I don't know who Cool Cat is.
Dude, how do you drop $600?
Oh my
Drug dealer?
gosh.
It's just like, I forget what
plug?
games he's going to. He's going to the Vikings, he's going to the Niners, and he's going to the Cowboys. He's going to
So,
those 3.
so that finding bought him 3 tickets.
No, I bought him 2.
Oh, okay, sick,
Wow.
sick.
How could you lose $600?
Hey,
Like, that just blows my mind.
I'd be freaking out.
Hey, I've only ever found.
I would be,
$50
dude. That
ever.
you know that guy's dead by now. Dude, think about it. If he owed somebody money and that wasn't
We
his
don't
or
wanna
some
go that
shit,
far.
Oh,
$600.
no.
You just took it there, and now I'm really freaked.
Yeah, I'm like,
like holy shit, that dude's fucked.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, you go out there and say, "Oh, I found $600." Everybody out of the woods is gonna come up to you and say that's their $600. You're never gonna know who it actually was,
I
Right.
would be like, excuse me, I'm a Jew. Can I take it?
unless he found it in a wallet and then he was just like yank. Then that's completely different. That's like Jack
Oh,
and
no.
My friend
Going
did
to
that.
jail then.
yeah.
My friend did that. We were at a bar, and he was like, Mitch, watch this. I'm like, what
That's
am I
right,
watching?
Dad.
He's like, "Phew, I just got $100. I'm like, what the hell? Can I have 50? I didn't get the money.
Wow.
I didn't get it. My friend took it. I was like,
I don't know if I still have the hat, but I had this really wild Calgary Flames hat, and
Yeah.
it was a black hat, and the Calgary Flames C was silver, and it had like silver looked like lightning bolts all over it. Like it looked really pretty wild. I actually went to a bar out in like kind of close to where I was living now, but I wasn't living here now or then. And I walked into the bar, and I know players. I know all players. I'm really good with faces. I know all hockey players. I know all football players. I know all baseball. If you're famous in sports, I know what your face looks like. We're walking into the bar, and I look back at my dad and his friend, and I'm like, that's Damon Lankow, and he was one of the centermen for the Calgary Flames at the time. And he stops and he looks at me, and he's with his wife and his daughter, and he's like, I like your hat. I'm like, I like the way you play. He's like, follow me to my car. I'm like, what the fuck? So I start walking with him to his car, pulls out a freaking jersey, signs the back of it, gives it to me, and says, this is what you get for being a cool fan. I guess the team gives him a box, and they just give them to fans if they see them like repping gear or do something. I was fucking dumbfounded. That was like the best thing that's ever happened to me, was something like that. That was it. A little bar in the small town, and I run into a Calgary Flame and his wife and his kids, and I was like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, your dad's so dope. Like I know his stats. I knew his stats. I spit stats out to him at that point. I was like, oh, you're leading the team in plus minus. You got 12 goals with 34 assists. I'm like, you're doing pretty good. I think you might be up for the Lady Bing. You don't got many penalty minutes. And he's like, follow me to my car. And I'm like, I look at my dad. I'm like, I'm getting killed, bro. But no, I got blessed. So people get blessed in different ways, so it's just neat.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Whew. But one last thing, actually, I don't know where AK is. He'll probably pop back in. Who the hell knows? But
if Mitch lost $600, we all know he is Kyle from South Park. Chad with the banger.
I can't be mad. That was good. I can't be mad.
I just started watching South Park a few years ago. Man, they are hilarious. Like
I
missed out growing up on a kid.
Family Guy more than South Park.
No, I'm the opposite. I don't like Family Guy. It's too obnoxious for me.
I'm old school. I watched South Park over The Simpsons. So
same here.
I grew up on South Park.
I tried watching The Simpsons, and I got through 3 seasons, and then I realized
could just never get into it. I could just never get into it.
I only just wanted to watch Groundkeeper Willie, the Scottish school.
The Scottish
Groundkeeper Willie.
What are you doing? I'll
They
get
just-
you. I'm gonna cut you.
Yeah, and then they killed off Groundkeeper Willie, and I don't care anymore.
Or
I'm in danger.
No, Jesus
So-
Christ.
Next
it's glue.
week. Next
I
week
remember
is,
that episode. And then they also got rid of the dude at the Quickie Mart. Was it
Abdul.
Naboo? Abdu. Yeah, and then
Hello?
they got rid of him. They got rid of the neighbor,
Wait,
Ned.
they got rid of him?
Ned died.
What?
I don't want to spoil it. You haven't seen the episode. You got
Ned's neighbor died?
Yes.
Wow. See, I told you how much I've
Dude,
watched the show.
no. You gotta watch it. And you have got to tonight. Go and watch. It's like a 2-3 episodes. Just
I
look it
can't.
up on Google.
I
You
can't watch
have
that
to. It is the most craziest episodes of The Simpsons you'll ever
let's go
fucking
back to the
see.
Eagles real quick.
I'm
I'd rather
sorry.
watch Ghost Hunters. I'd rather watch Ghost Hunters.
And then after that, it's like, who's left? It's
Yeah.
like, I don't care about their made up new characters.
Yeah, true that.
So let me actually real quick. I'm gonna forget this. Remember when Fall Guy or not Fall Guys? Oh my god! When Family Guy and The Simpsons had their crossover episode.
Yes, that is a hilarious episode.
When Stewie tied up the guy a poo. He was like, "I took a poo." That's my favorite line of all time. But since next week is training camp,
We got a lot to talk about.
next week is the start of training camp. So give me one
Monday
thing.
or Friday?
I think that's Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
I think it's Monday or Tuesday. But give me one thing you're most excited for. Nikki, I'll start with you. Which Eagle training camp?
Give me a sec.
You're good, man. You're good.
The countdown to the NFL season.
Okay. What about at training camp? What are you looking most forward to? Like any battles, or you want to see a player sign? What are you looking forward to? Because for me, honestly,
The final
I'll go-
roster.
huh?
The roster being finalized and all the pieces being put together.
That's good. But for me, it's Watkins. That's for me because you guys know how everyone wants Quez Watkins gone except for me and AM. Some other guys were like, we need Watkins to stay here. I want to see he's looking good. He's built. He's buff. He's ready to go. And he's battling that guy for the third wide receiver spot. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. AM, what about you?
I'm looking at Kylie Ringo, Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis.
Kelee.
I thought it was Kyle. Yep.
But my number one overall is Terrell Edmonds. I want
Yes.
to see how he fits in. I'm a huge Virginia Tech fan, and we had Terrell Evans on our Eagles roster, and he was better than. Listen to me real quick. I'm a huge Virginia Tech fan. You have to understand where I'm coming from. I was a Virginia Tech fan before even Michael Vick even came onto the scene. I started out being a Bud Foster fan, and where Beamer Ball started out, and then we got to the Michael Vick era. Michael Vick was a great quarterback. He did great things in the NFL. We had a guy in 2016 on Virginia Tech named Gerard Evans. Did unbelievable and better stats in Virginia Tech than Michael Vick did on running and passing than Michael did and Tyrod did in their first years as a rookie. And he did not stay. He decided to go pro because he was that good. And what happened was he didn't get drafted, and he went to Virginia Tech, got injured, and that's the end of Terrell Evans. We'll never ever get to experience what he'll be like as a quarterback on the Philadelphia Eagles. He could have potentially been the Jalen Hurts, but we will never know because he got injured. And that's the fault of Virginia Tech players and the curse that they always get injured. And I hope Terrell Edmonds isn't going to be that curse. He's one of the people that I just want him to stay healthy and strong. And you've seen his tracker from the Steelers. He's a savage, and he's a huge miss. If you ask any Steelers fan, do you miss Edmonds, they'll be like, "Oh fuck yeah, we miss Edmonds." That's a huge piece with that we miss as Steeler fans. And that's where I'm going at is I think that's going to be a huge asset for the Eagles, and I think that's going to be something that we missed out on. And last year and this year, I promise you, he will get at least 2 interceptions and at least 2 sacks, because that's what Terrell Edmonds is. He's that Brian Dawkins type. He's not like Brian Dawkins. He's not quick like Brian Dawkins. Not strong as type Brian Dawkins, but he's the similar type form of that missing key that we need, and that piece that was missing from the Philadelphia Eagles that we really need on defense. And Edmonds is going to fill that spot immediately, day one. And you're going to see he only has 1 year deal. He has to prove himself. He wants another year. And Howard Roseman, I hope he does a great year and we extend it, or he'll be gone. I don't know. I just hope he has a healthy full season.
All right. Randy, what about you? What are you looking forward to most about training camp?
2 things. Well, 2 or 3 things, but 2 big things for me is number 1, I want to see how my Canadian counterpart Sidney Brown does during training camp. I'm excited that we drafted him. I told you guys I wanted him when we were doing mock drafts. Anytime the safety spot came up, I'm like, Sidney Brown, is he available? Is he there? Yeah. Okay, take him.
Yep.
I wanted him,
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah.
On the Eagles. I've been wrapping him up, so now I'm excited to see what he can do with that dog mentality. Of course, he's a smaller in stature type guy, but we've flourished with those types of guys on our team in the past before. So, CJ Gardner-Johnson. I'm just excited that, he's on the team. Plus, I'm also excited about Nolan Smith. I really want to see if he could potentially push himself into a spot where the coach has got to say, he might be a starter. Yeah, boys, I said that. Nolan Smith, a starter for the Philadelphia Eagles. I've been hearing some great things about him and Jalen Carter. So him and Jalen Carter plus my boy Sidney Brown, those are the 3 things I'll be looking forward to.
Nice. Well, we got 1 week away, and the next week's episode of MK Headlines is going to be insane. I cannot wait. Shout out to AK for popping on. Shout out to Nikki for popping on. Thank you for your insight.
Yes, sir.
We love for you to come back on again, man. Love it. Love your insight when it comes
Thank you,
to
Nikki. Yeah, we appreciate your insight. Yeah, that was awesome.
So,
And make sure you go subscribe to Nikki Stees. Look up Nikki Stees and hit him up, give him a sub. And next shift, how many subs you hit? 200. And congratulations.
208.
You're on, and he's on his way to 250. Let's get him 250 and on the way to 500. And I know you'll get there in no time, Randy. The hardest part's over.
Let's go.
Nikki, how many do you have?
465.
He's 4 more. 4 more.
4 to 69. 4 to 69.
You-
Get Nikki to 69.
But guys, if you haven't yet, today's video is pinned in my chat. It's about Daryl Morey, his whole interview about the Sixers, why I think we're taking a gap year, which sucks. So make sure you.
And by the way, that's a live cam shot right now of Philadelphia Citizen Park. The Phillies are live. That's what we're about to do. Mitch, well, when they're live, I got the live cam on. They're right there.
Yep. All right, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Great episode. I'm gonna clip that whole tier list and make it its own video on the Hardcore Sports. So make sure you're tuned in for that. I'm going to have it a premiere and everything. That was a very good conversation there. Very good. So,
I love how we got a live stream going on in the background now. I just love it. I think it's so cool how whatever the StreamYard's done, they're really progressing and thinking about the streamer.
Yeah. So,
they're really starting to progress. I love that.
It is. All right, guys. We'll catch you all later. Pick and roll tomorrow at 5 Eastern.
Yes.
Philly to the North Thursday.
Yes, lots to talk about.
Sports Chat is coming back. Me and my buddy Tyler, we're reuniting, and it's gonna be back Friday.
Aww.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know. It's been forever. But yeah, next Thursday at 3:45 before Philly to the North. So
and go Blue Jays. We're facing off against the Padres. Let's go.
Woo. Yes, I lost to Orange Cassidy and Blaze Radio's thing. We don't need to talk about it. And on that note, we are out. See you.